Hey VC, it's Chad. So this weekend, well, last weekend, I went on a road trip up to Cleveland, Ohio, and I hit somewhere in the neighborhood of about 6 record stores. I found some pretty good stuff, and that's what this haul is, strictly just records that I got over the weekend. So the first thing I got here is a jazz record, the Art Ensemble of Chicago, great black music, Reese and the Smooth Ones. This is a repress. I picked up probably, I think it was only like $6 or something, so definitely wanted to check this out. Seeing, I think Danny and even Andrew over at Tales from the Crate talk about this band a lot. So, Art Ensemble Chicago. This is what I'm listening to, by the way. So here is my second jazz record. I was super excited to find this. It was a wall record. So it wasn't crazy priced, but I picked it up. It's Karma from Pharoah Sanders, an original on Impulse. Unfortunately, I must have had the dreaded vinyl eyes, because this one has a feelable scratch in it that I did not see in the store. It plays through pretty well, but there was a noticeable pop. It's only on one track. There's only 2 tracks on the side, so I'm gonna have to upgrade this at some point the next time I see a copy. But I've been really on a Pharoah Sanders kick, so was happy to pick this up. But unfortunate, but that's how it goes sometimes. So the Karma record I got at a place called A Separate Reality. It's like a psych store. Really great stuff. It's sometimes a little overpriced, but they have really rare psych records. And I took a bunch of trade-in stuff, some leftovers and whatnot, and got a really great offer on them. So the 2 records that I got there, I didn't pay much for, and they're pretty great records. So the other record that I got there was one that's been on my want list on Discogs for almost 2 years, and this was to complete my collection of the ones that I want to complete, not necessarily all his records, but this is AR4, and this is also known as Akeem Reichel. I think I don't know exactly how you pronounce his name, but it's A&R Machines. This is a crazy priced record, and I never thought I would find a copy in a store. Don't get me wrong, it was crazy priced in the store, but because I had a good trade, I was able to pick this up and only paid a little bit for it. So this is a really nice copy, has the original insert. This is on Zebra Records. They have such cool inner sleeves here with the zebra print on them. If you're not familiar, I've talked about A&R Machines, Green Journey, and some of the other records. Echo, I think, was on my top cherished records or grail records that I have or something. But so this is from the early 70s, I think, and this is from 73, and he is regarded as one of the better like krautrock, prog rock, jazz rock, something in that vein. He uses it's usually him and Echo guitar and some other machines. He has some other musicians on this playing drums. There's some vocals. It's very noodly in a way, but it is really interesting, and it's not annoying at all. It's not jam bandy or anything like that, but it's got really great guitars. I really enjoy it, and I'm super happy to pick this up, even though the cover is, there's like a little zebra on the hiding in the trees here, but this is the lamest of the four. So I have the Green Journey is the first one, Echo is the second one, AR3, and now AR4. So check these out on YouTube or wherever. Pick them up if you can. So here was another record. Sadly, I missed the St. Patrick's Day cutoff for this, so I have to wait till next year, I guess, to play it. But it's Rum, Sodomy, and the Lash from the Pogues. And I don't actually own any Pogues on vinyl. I might have some CDs, I don't remember. But this is an original pressing on MCA, Stiff USA, I think. And this wasn't too expensive, so I picked this one up. Here's a great find for me. I've been on a roll here with finding some original releases. And this is Captain Beefheart and the Magic Band. This is Lick My Decals Off, Baby. And this is an original pressing on Straight, and it has the original insert, the Straight labels. So really nice copy. It's got, it's definitely VG plus, and I'm happy to pick this one up. It wasn't too expensive either, so I'm really in love with Captain Beefheart lately. So. And so here was a soundtrack that I picked up. This was one of the ones I did not have an original of, and this is an original Vera Sarabande release from John Carpenter, and this is his Prince of Darkness soundtrack. I have a repress that Death Waltz did, and this one is definitely a greater. I like the cover artwork better here, so I think there is a small pop. It actually looked really mint, and then when I played it, there was a pop or something. I think there's like some kind of paper embedded into the vinyl or something. I have to kind of clean it up again and see if I can see what's going on. But it's a really classic soundtrack. Horror movie is amazing, and check it out, Prince of Darkness. So this was a weird record I found. Never seen it before. I didn't even know it existed. I traded some other some 7-inch records for it, so I didn't pay anything. It's called Cottage Cheese from the Lips of Death, a Texas hardcore compilation. And this one features artwork from Gibby, and it's Gibby from the Butthole Surfers, who are featured on here. This came out, I have no idea about the name. There's very little information on here. This was on a Ward 9 Records out of San Antonio. It features bands like Really Red, DRI, the Big Boys, which is why I picked it up. The Dicks are on here, Butthole Surfers, Stickmen with Ray Guns, lots of really cool Texas hardcore. And this is a second pressing, I guess, because the artwork is off to the left or whatever, but there's really not much of a distinction between the first and the second pressing. But this is an early 80s comp, I think like 83 or 84 or something like that. So I definitely recommend this one if you're into punk and hardcore. Really cool art too. So here was a record that I've been looking to pick up. It's a really cheap record. I have all this. I had CDs of these releases, and this is on Sub Pop, and the band is called Vue, V-U-E, and they came out of like the California. I don't know if they were from San Diego or LA. I forget, but they came out of like the GSL Records, like Portraits of Past and Evolution Records, kind of hardcore stuff. And they kind of turned into more like indie glam rock kind of stuff, and they got picked up by Sub Pop. But this record came out in 1999, and there was only one pressing, and you can find this on Discogs for like $5 to $8. So if that's any indication that it is not very well loved, don't hesitate to pick it up though if you're into like art rock, indie rock kind of stuff. It's very dark. It's got like really cool, there's some like keyboard parts, and I just really like it. It's very gothy in a way, but I do recommend. They have two, almost maybe, I think they only did 2 records for Sub Pop, and they have a third like EP or something like that. So these are definitely cheap, and you can pick it up. Vue. So here is a pretty cool find. It was another wall record, and I've had this pre-ordered on Amazon for, I don't know, like 6 months or maybe even a year, but they keep pushing the release date up and up and up, and now I think it's June, and I do not know if it'll ever get made, but it is 100th Window from Massive Attack, and this is a really cool 3 LP set in a triple gatefold jacket. So this one is in really nice shape. I paid a little bit more than the retail is like $50 for a new one since it's a 3 LP, so I paid a little bit more than that, which is fine. This is an original pressing from the UK, and I've never seen this actually in the store. I have the CD, so I really wanted to. This might be the last. I think I need one more Massive Attack record, but really great like trip hop electronic music. So really glad to pick this one up. And the conclusion, this was a grail find for me. I found this one at I went to 2 half-price books just to see what's in Ohio, and I found this in the collectible box. It looked pretty, I don't know why it was priced really low for some reason. I don't know, somebody just mispriced it or whatever, but I've been looking for this record. It's got pretty expensive over the last couple years. I do have a repress of this in a CD, so it is an original copy of Lust for Life from Iggy Pop, and this is on RCA Records. It does not have an insert. I guess some of the copies actually came with an insert for his fan club, but not all of them, I'm guessing. But so if you do have a copy of that, I'd maybe like to get a like a repro or a copy of that at some point. But this is a really nice VG Plus copy. I had a coupon even for like 10% off, so I got it for even cheaper than what a repress would cost. So I was really excited to pick this up. This was my find of the weekend. So if you ever find yourself in Cleveland, I definitely do recommend. I can tell you some record stores to hit up while you're there. I do find some good stuff. I really wanted to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which it's only a few hours away, and I've never been there. But I just kind of ran out of time, so maybe later this summer I'll head up there. So, anyways, this is my cat Boris. He is being needy right now. So that's it. Thanks, DC.